Hello, welcome to Satyr's Tarot. I am Satyr. My arm is still broken if you've been keeping up with that. I think this is just like the next video, but whatever. And today we're going to be doing a tarot reading. Our reading today is going to be on descriptions of your astral body, your light body, and then your rainbow body. So if you don't know, these concepts of bodies we have that kind of exist in a higher ethereal world from us are basically like kind of evolutions of ourself, different forms of ourself that travel through other realms and things like that. And it kind of starts with the astral body. The astral body is the body you have within your dreams. It's how you travel throughout your dreams. It's your ship there. It's your little Merkaba, like the thing that like houses your little your Merkaba is like the ship, and then whatever. And then after that is like the light body. The light body is kind of an evolution much more past the astral body. The astral body is a little bit unconscious. You just kind of like, go to sleep and you're in your astral body. But the light body is a bit more of a conscious thing. You kind of, you have to start doing some like work on yourself in order to create this light body, and it's really more of an activation than a creation. It's already there, and you just have to access it, and then the rainbow body is pretty much the perfected version of the light body. So we're going to get into the descriptions of what those bodies kind of look like for you, what they are, what they're pretty much made of, the little concepts that they're basically made of. We're going to learn what that is through tarot, and those concepts they play out in your life. They basically you'll notice that these are like certain aspects of you that maybe you want accentuated more, and that accentuating more of them, if you find that it's something you really enjoy about yourself, that's kind of the progression of you starting to progress into your light body, into your rainbow body, moving forward into those things. So we're going to do a reading today on those different bodies, on the astral body, starting with the astral body, then the light body, then the rainbow body. I'm also going to do, I think, a companion video to this one about kind of the darker concepts of these ones. There are darker concepts of these, which would consist of these might be little known, but the shadow body. It's like, a bit of your shadow self. It starts with the shadow body as like a kind of dark version of your astral body, a bit your shadow body, right? And then it moves on to your chromatic body, and then your crystalline body is the last body. So we'll get into that one later. It'll be a companion video to this one, so it'll come out a little later. And yeah, today we're just going to get started with this reading on the astral body, the light body, and the rainbow body. I'm going to show you your piles very soon. They're coming up right now. There will be 4 piles today, as kind of always. I think it's always been 4 piles. So yeah, we're going to get into it right now, and I will see you in your pile. And here are the 4 piles. We have over here pile 1 with the Desert Rose Selenite. Over here pile 2 with the Selenite Wand. Down here we have pile 3 with the Amethyst Cluster. And finally pile 4 with the Smoky Quartz Crystal. So get into your intuitive space, choose a pile, and I will see you in the pile you are in. And I will be starting with pile 1. See you there. Hello, pile 1. If you chose the Desert Rose Selenite as your crystal, this will be the reading for you on the descriptions of your astral body, your light body, and your rainbow body. So we're going to get started right away with the cards for your astral body. Get started with those. And what we have are the 5 of Cups, the Knight of Wands, and the Hierophant reversed. Okay, as a descriptor for your astral body. Okay, you have, I believe, if you have you ever heard of the term heyoka? Like, heyoka is a concept. I think it's from Native American culture. where there's someone who's very kind of enlightened, but their enlightenment kind of came from like a trauma experience, like a their enlightenment kind of came from something really like dramatic and traumatic instantly, and then they became basically like insane, and that insanity made them for some reason like a teacher, like a knower, like a seer. And your astral body kind of looks a bit like that. Your astral body is, first off, what it looks like kind of physically would be like that this kind of wild man, this kind of wild thing going on, where like you know maybe have like this really like crazy. I'm thinking of like Boomy from Avatar the Last Airbender. You know Boomy. If you know Boomy, look up Boomy from Avatar the Last Airbender. He's like an Earth Master, but he's also wild and crazy. That's kind of what I'm getting for this like astral body here, because with the Hierophant reversed and with the Knight of Wands, it's like you have this immense power, and you're using it in a Hierophant style as like a teacher, as like a, but you're doing it like the other way around. So it's like you're giving these really really crazy lessons, and with the key to it being the Five of Cups, it's like you're showing people the good through what might not look good, what might look like the opposite, which is really kind of why I bring up Heyoka. Heyoka is this like this person is known as like a sacred clown, I think is like the word they use, like, and they basically like show you like a crazy mirror of yourself. They show you like an insane mirror of yourself, so that you get a look at what like they really go into this like opposite realm to teach you something. So that's what I'm seeing for your astral body. That's just your astral body. It kind of starts off in this area here where it has this sort of like wild and kooky flavor to it, but the entire point of it is that it's kind of a teacher. It's actually kind of educational. It's actually kind of its purpose is teaching. Its purpose is like, I'm trying to give you information that leads you on your best path, right? So that's kind of what you have going here, and you really like with the Knight of Wands, it's like you burn it in. You know what I mean? You really set it in. You'll whip that horse or whatever. You're whipping horses. Yeah, and definitely the physical descriptor is a bit of a wild person. I love this Hierophant card. She reminds me of Frida Kahlo. I don't think she's supposed to be Frida Kahlo, but she always reminds me of Frida Kahlo. And Frida Kahlo is like she was an artist, and she just had this like this natural like essence to her. She just had this really like natural and amazing essence. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting here. This wild person thing. So it may be like if you're female, then you have a Frida Kahlo vibe. If you're male, yeah, gender's fake. Whatever. So let's move on right now. That's your astral body. That's part one. Let's move on to your light body, which would be an evolution. It would be like the first step to an evolution. Think of it as like activating your Kundalini energy. People have Kundalini awakenings and stuff like that, and it turns out a Kundalini awakening is just the beginning. So let's get into your light body essence, the evolution kind of from there, and we have the Page of Swords, followed by the 10 of Wands reversed, and then the 5 of Cups again reversed. This time it's 5 of Cups reversed. So this does seem like a natural progression. The progression is actually it's kind of your I'm getting that like from your astral body. Your astral body, as you're using it, it's just something you're really traveling with. It's definitely the presence you give off unconsciously. Like, if if you're not trying to, have you ever done that thing where you're like, oh, I wasn't trying to sound like that or be like that, but that's exactly what you were doing. But you weren't trying. That was like your astral body, coming up for a moment. Like it's super unconscious. But this seems like a shift. This seems like from to your light body, it shifts, and it becomes more directed, more well directed, much more directional. With the Page of Swords here, it's like you're learning direction with it. You're learning to aim it, instead of just being all wild with it. You learn to aim it, and you learn to actually use it on yourself as well. With the Ten of Wands reversed here, it's like you actually learn to use this more for yourself than for others, more for your own happiness than for the happiness of others. And it's also like this, just, you're really unburdening yourself with it. That's kind of, as your light body starts growing, you'll notice that your burdens kind of float away. They kind of like, your things start to feel easier, because you're giving whatever help you were giving out unconsciously to the world, and just, as just what kind of you were in that essence of your astral body, you're taking that and kind of housing it instead, and holding it and using that energy for yourself first. It feels like you're putting yourself first in this one. Your light body puts you first. More of a physical descriptor. It's leaner. It's definitely like there's like I guess, like it's a light body. It's a glow up. It's kind of a glow up ethereally. This is all ethereal. So, like, I guess, like, if you haven't built like a etheric body in your mind, or just kind of like noticed it in a kind of, practiced clairvoyant kind of way, where you just sit down and like meditate and think of it, and, maybe write down what it looks like and stuff like that, go for it. Try that. Totally try that. Because you'll kind of see what it looks like. You'll kind of see what things are going for there. And this just seems like a much cleaner version. Like, whereas that astral body comes in as a wild and crazy guy who might come off a bit dirty, who might come off a bit dirty. This just comes off so much cleaner. This just comes off so much like starting to be, put together more. Yeah, looks more with this Five of Cups here. This guy's like, so contemplative. They look more as if they might be educated, and not that their education was just, from the streets. Like, your light body goes from an astral body kind of street smart look to a book smart look. And that's not even to say you're necessarily getting more book smart or anything like that, but you just kind of have that clean look in that body. Even with the Page of, with the Jack of, this dude's always so like, the Jack card, and the dude's always so cool. Look at that stash. Look at that hair. Look at that scepter. I was gonna say pole. Whatever. Let's move on. That's your light body. So you've done your astral body and your light body. We're going to move on now to your rainbow body, which is the perfected body. It is it's the one you enter ascension with. If you die, you want to die with your rainbow body. Like, if you are gonna die, pray that you die with your rainbow body intact, understood, and activated. Pray. But it's also a perfection. So it's like, it's something to always be aiming for. Perfect isn't real. So it's something to always be aiming for. It's always just a little ahead of you. So you can be very happy with your light body. Be happy with your astral body. Be happy with your physical body. Just be happy with yourself. But yeah, getting to that rainbow body, seeing that, it's like that goal that always keeps you motivated. So that's going to be your rainbow body. So let's see what your rainbow body looks like. The first card we have out is the Two of Swords, followed by the Two of Pentacles reversed. And then lastly, we have the Three of Swords reversed. And that one's called Sorrow in this deck. It is reversed, though, so don't worry. So I'm seeing that this rainbow body of yours is, first off, a perfect balance between your light body and your astral body. It's like perfectly balanced between those things. And another thing is that this rainbow body that you kind of can aspire to is maybe like the quickest healer that you would ever, like think possible. Like maybe you have that thing in your head where you're like, just like events in your life or something where you're like, oh, that's gonna hurt. Like, oh, I expect that to hurt. And then when it does hurt, you're like, okay, now there's a time frame I have to wait for it to not hurt. I have to go through all this pain. I'm seeing that this perfectly balanced version can bypass that, bypass that pain completely. Like they really can just like, it's like have the experience and not have the consequence of the experience. This feels like, really getting out of karma. Your rainbow body isn't karmic. Your rainbow body is not in karma. Your rainbow body just does like it like skates past that. It really like I'm getting like this picture of like it flows past that. It flows past karmic cycles. It moves in circles. It doesn't get caught. A physical descriptor. Look at this woman here who's like this, she's on a beach. She's perfectly like, grounded in the sand. She's drinking her stuff. She's got the roses around her and stuff, and there's like, it's like this whole like island around her and stuff like that. And it's that kind of vibration where it's like, that person who's like really living in an area that it felt like no one could be living in, like, because it's not a city or anything. It's like, it's isolated. It's like, like living. It's kind of hermitic, like a hermit. But the physical descriptor that I'm really getting from it is just like one with nature, like a very very natural person. It's similar to that Frida Kahlo energy. Like it's just very very attuned with nature, but so balanced. It's not leaving anything out from like, they're not like missing out on anything that a person who lives in the city might be missing out on, or might have access to. And yeah, I'm really just getting so much about what this body kind of does is just staying in perfect balance always. There's never too much of this, too much of that. It's really keeping things together very very well. So that is what I'm seeing for your rainbow body. Pile one, this has been your reading for your astral body, your light body, and your rainbow body. I really hope that this resonated. I really hope that you liked it. If you enjoyed it, if it did resonate, or if it didn't resonate, leave a comment. Like, share, or subscribe the video. Do it, or all three. That would be very helpful. That'd be great. I'd be very grateful. Thank you. Thank you for letting me read for you. This was super duper fun. These are fun readings. This is the stuff I like to read about. And yeah, I will see you in the next reading, Pile 1. I really hope this was fun for you. It was fun for me. See you. Hello, Pile 2. Pile 2, if you chose the Selenite Wand, then this will be your reading for your astral body, the descriptions of your astral body, followed by your light body, followed by your rainbow body. If you didn't hear in the beginning of the video, what basically these are, your astral body is mostly your unconscious body. It's the thing, when you go to sleep, you're in your astral body. You just did it. Congratulations. The light body is a bit more of a conscious thing that you have to kind of build up through a lot of work. You have to just basically, get to know yourself, get to know what you're trying to become on a soul level, and you will be developing your light body. And your rainbow body is the perfected version of your light body. So we're going to get right into your astral body right now. And the cards we have for that are, first off, the Four of Swords, followed by the Nine of Pentacles reversed. And then we have the Nine of Wands reversed. Okay. What I am seeing for your astral body, the first body that you go into in your dream state, in your astral state, is that first off, this body is maybe the most like ethereal thing. It's like I want to give you a physical descriptor, but I shouldn't, because it's something that, first of all, changes a lot, and second, is mostly unseen. Like, it's mostly not visible. With the nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands reversed, I am getting a lot of shifting with the Nine of Wands, and with the Nine of Pentacles, it's like, there's kind of this thing of like, oh, I can look like this, or 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 wait, what if I look like that? And then it's like your astral body actually never decides. Your astral body actually never, I'm getting like the phrase, paralysis by analysis or something. It wants to look like so many things, it ends up looking like nothing, like just kind of a really, really shifting mass. And it's the most unconscious thing. It's really like with the Four of Swords is like, it's a card of basically the house of your unconscious, the house of your mind, like the home within your mind. And there it's like you really don't have shape, you really don't have weight, you really don't have kind of anything to hold you down. Even though it's not like you don't want it, your astral body just ends up not having that, because there is kind of this want to look like something, but it instead is just like, to look like one thing would mean I wouldn't look like another thing. And why would I want to not look like the other thing? So I'll just look like nothing. Like, that's kind of what I'm getting here as your astral body. There's no purpose for this coming in yet. The astral body really is such an unconscious thing. It's rarely purposeful. It's rarely like there for a huge reason. It's the most kind of is what it is kind of thing. We're going to move on, though, to your light body to see how this starts getting kind of elevated, how it starts its ascension process. So your next card out for your light body, your next cards out we have are the King of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands upright, and then the King of Pentacles again. Okay. That's such a decision time. Your light body is decided. At this point, it feels like it doesn't even like matter what you decide it looks like, but it will be whatever you decide it looks like. You might really, really benefit from actually, going into a little bit of meditation and taking a little journal and just, kind of asking yourself the question, what does my higher body look like? What does my light body look like? and just answering the question for yourself. And whatever comes up, just kind of accept it. And I feel like you're right then and there on your way to your light body. You're pretty much close to perfecting your light body, or just getting into your light body. Yeah, with the Nine of Wands coming in, in the opposite direction now, it's like all that tired energy, it shifts. It becomes like oh, I'm tired of all these choices, to I'm tired of not choosing. Never mind. It's tiring me out not to choose. So you just go for it. A double King of Pentacles, that's like, it's such a, my word is law. You decide, you really choose, and the choice is it, and that's it. We're done. Like, that's you being in your light body. The moment you decide on it, you're there. You kind of like, you just did it. It can happen in such a snap. It can happen in such a, if you were so like, in that astral body of just being so undecided, it turns out whatever decision you make is the decision. There you go. I don't know what decision to make. Well, make a decision, and then you make a decision. There you go. You did it. Like, boom. There was no more to it. Like, it's really, really done. We're gonna move on though, because and if I'm getting a physical descriptor for first off, your light body will be, whether you like it or not, something really powerful. Just something really strong. It'll look really smart. It'll look really, really strong, really like kind of hefty. I'm getting like, Thor vibes, kind of like that. Like, and not like Thor, like, not this, and don't take this the wrong way, because all bodies are beautiful. Don't be weird. Don't be rude. I'm not getting Thor like Chris Hemsworth. I'm getting Thor like if you look up God of War and look into Thor and see what Thor looks like. That Thor is kind of what this is coming in as. A very stern, staunch, built, kingly person. That dude from like from Game of Thrones who like what did he Giant Spain or something. He slept with a giant. That guy kind of. That's kind of what I'm getting. Whether you're male or female, they'll just have a strength about them, a heft about them, a power about them. That's kind of what your light body is going to. It's whatever you choose. Obviously, it's your decision, and your word really is law here. Pile 2, whatever it is, with double king of Pentacles, your word is law. There's nothing I can say, nothing I can do. Your word is law. We're gonna move on now to your rainbow body, which will be the perfected version of your light body. If you want to see what so this version of the light body, this ascension, first off, it's the highest body you can attain in the realm of like light, in the light realm. It's the highest body you can attain. There are other realms. But it's, I said it like this. I don't know if I said it in the very beginning, but I said it like this. If you die, you want to aspire to die with your rainbow body intact and activated. Like that's how you kind of want to go, with your rainbow body fully activated. But it's also a goal that's basically meant to always be there to motivate you to get there. It's not, like the minute you actually attain it, that would suck. You'd be like, and what now? There's nothing else. No, so it would be a little sucky. But this is that thing you want to aspire to, you want to attain to, you want to get your light body to. And if you're always aspiring to get there, then you're always in your light body, and that's great. Even being in your astral body is great, and even being in your physical body is great. Your body is great. Okay. So your card coming out for your rainbow body is the Queen of Pentacles, followed by the Page of Pentacles and the High Priestess. I'm waiting for the video to catch up. There we go. The High Priestess. Okay. So if your light body has a very, very masculine energy, I was getting a high masculine energy for your light body. Your rainbow body is feminized. It is injected fully with feminine energy. It becomes this like, it's much more connected to both the feminine and the masculine. Those dualities start to interplay very, very well, and you definitely become much more magical. You definitely become much more, like your rainbow body has a hand in the physical world. If you are getting to your rainbow body, you will notice that the magic you emit from yourself has a very good hand in the physical world. It can change things, it can do things, it can make things, and it looks, honestly, the physical look I'm getting is pure beauty, pure beauty. It's super beautiful. It's like you look at it and you're like, and it feels like everybody would just want to look at it. If you've ever been in a state where you felt like you've attained it for 2 seconds or something, you might have noticed that everyone was like, wow, like, are you always this, like, and you got to be like, sometimes, I guess. There's a high amount of beauty to your rainbow body, and that's really, like, I really do want to say about your light body, if there's like a, because what I was really getting from it was this look that is like so sturdy, so like built and strong, and just, I'm getting not skinny. Like, I'm getting not skinny, but there's just such a beauty about it. There's such a like a realness and earthiness, where it's like, it's undeniable how appealing it is, how beautiful it is, how everyone would want to be around it and touch it. And it's so interesting that the highest version of that to your rainbow body just is this pure beauty that is unbelievably, like, because it's not as if it's suddenly like the picture has changed or something. The picture hasn't exactly changed, but the feeling has changed. The addition of this much more feminine energy going into it changes it completely, brings in so much magic, so much balance, so much like just control. I'm getting like a lot of control over it too, and just a lot of like giving. I feel like even with your rainbow body is like, whereas your light body demands things, your light body just demands things and gets them. The moment it demands it gets it. Your rainbow body doesn't have to do the demanding, it just gets it. It just receives. It's a receiver. It just gets it. It owns it all. You own everything. If your light body gets everything it asks for, your rainbow body just owns everything. That's what I'm seeing for you, Pile 2. Pile 2, this has been your reading for your astral body, your light body, and your rainbow body. I hope to see you in the next video, when I do the companion video to this one for your shadow body, your chromatic body, and your crystalline body. So I'll get into that later, but thank you for being here for this reading. If it resonated, please leave a comment. If it didn't resonate, also leave a comment. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I'd be very grateful. Thank you. Thank you for letting me read for you. This was so fun, and I will see you soon, Pile 2. Thank you. Hello, Pile 3. If you chose the Amethyst Cluster, then this is going to be your reading for the descriptors of your astral body, your light body, and your rainbow body. So to kind of go over what those are again, if you didn't watch the beginning of the video, your astral body is basically the unconscious body that you are in when you are dreaming. If you were going to do astral travel too, by default, you would just be in your astral body. Like So it's just your kind of default dream body. Yeah, you do it very unconsciously. It's not something you have to, really practice. If you're someone who sleeps, which I believe is everyone, then you have been in your astral body. Congratulations. Um, so we're going to first get into your astral body. Oh, by the way, the light body is basically if you start working on yourself, if you start working on your inner self, you start to attain your light body. You start to reach your light body, which is this higher version of you that it's healing to your soul to be your light body. To be within your light body is just healing to your soul. Know that right there. And then moving on from there, your rainbow body would be the perfected version of your light body. It is the body that you would want to die with. I keep saying that if you're gonna die, you want to be you want to have your rainbow body activated, but your rainbow body is the perfected version. It's something to always be reaching for. So it's not something you're actually, necessarily going to reach, but you want to be aiming there. And if you're aiming there, then there's a very good chance you're in your light body. If you're in your astral body still, then you're just kind of in an unconscious state. And it's not as if that's bad or anything. What it is you're just not, focusing on that right now. To be in your light body is to be focused. You have to be focused to be in your light body. You have to. It's something that you'll probably never be able to do unconsciously, but you can just attain a level of focus to always be in your light body, to always be thinking to yourself, all right, yeah, well, I'll just be my higher self. I'll just be the highest self I can be right now. You're being in your light body. So anyway, let's start the reading. Going into your astral body first, the descriptor of that. The cards we have out are the 10 of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Queen of Cups. Okay. So this is very interesting. Your astral body is actually something that's already very high. It's something that's already I don't know, this might sound crazy, but if in the astral realm there was class, you'd be royalty. Just there already. You'd be someone who's a mover and a shaker of the astral realm. You'd be famous. You'd be, like in the astral. You could get a shirt that says "In the astral realm, I'm famous." It's like you're a part of the royal family. You have a very. I would say what this means is you have pile 3. Everyone here in pile 3, if you're here right now, you have a high soul. You have a big soul. You probably have a big soul mission. You probably, there's just a lot going on with your soul. It's got status. It's got power. It's got ability. It's very strong in the emotional state, and it has the ability to change things. Really, really I feel like you could change a person. There aren't a lot of people who can change a person. Just know that is true. There aren't a lot of people who can. Most people go, well, you can't change anybody. Those are people who can't change somebody. But some people can change people. And you might have that ability, pile 3. You have this kind of ability just from your astral body. That's just from your unconscious astral body. So right now, that's undirected. You do it by accident. You've probably changed lives by accident. Oops, I changed your life. My bad. Didn't mean to do that. I was just saying something offhanded, like an offhanded comment. Oopsie doops. Pile 3. Your astral body is amazing. Your astral body is queenly. There's no way around it. It's queenly. It's got a lot of feminine energy about it. It's got a lot of water energy about it. It's got emotional depth. You probably appeal to people's emotions from the physical realm or whatever. You're something you can do physically hits people emotionally, it does more, I'm gonna say damage. It does more damage emotionally than you would expect. um so yeah, that's just your astral body. That's your unconscious astral body. Your royalty in the astral realm. When you go to sleep, you're royalty. If you've been having dreams where you're royalty, that's why. That's the reason. um we're going to move on now to your light body. Your light body is, like, I don't even know how to say you're going up from there, but it's you going up from there. It's you putting more focus into yourself and who you are and what you do with your power. So we have the Five of Swords. Camera caught up. Cool. The Three of Swords. And the Moon. Okay. Okay. First off, this is helpful. Your light body, I believe, is using the power of your astral body. Kind of everybody's light body is using the power of their astral body and just, moving it in a good direction for themselves. But this is a good direction, not just for yourself, but for others. First off, I would say this is, oh God, what's this word? It's like revealing. Revelationary. Like revelationary. It's revelational. Something like that. It's revelational. You kind of, if you haven't practiced this yet, you may have the ability to see people deep down to their core, deep down to their corest core as a person. You may be able to see people that way. This is you using that to kind of like help people, change people, move people into new directions that are better for them. With the Five of Swords here, it's like you're doing this thing where you're giving advice, and it's maybe not every time what people want to hear, but you get this intuitive message that it's what needs to be heard. Instead of doing the unconscious thing where you make that offhanded comment and it changes somebody's life and you don't really think about it after or before or during. This is more focused. As the light body is, it's much more focused. This is you taking that energy and focusing it and aiming it at whoever you think, I guess, needs it, right? And with this right here, you're really changing people's course. With the Three of Swords, you're breaking people down to kind of build them up. And it's not to say you're hurting them, like you're not necessarily hurting them, even though it might come off a bit like that sometimes, where it's like, but it's kind of this like, that Tyra Banks, we were rooting for you, we were all rooting for you. You were supposed to be here, Tiffany. Like all that stuff. It's that right there. It's the Tiffany speech. It's the Tiffany speech from Tyra Banks. You give that speech out. And yeah, you break people down to build them up, for them to go, damn, I really wasn't giving my all. I really wasn't doing my best. I really was out here, blah, 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 doing the worst or whatever. And they really set me straight. You're a straight setter. You can set people straight. That's what I'm seeing for your light body. That's the focus there. Whereas your astral body just comes off really effortlessly beautiful is the word I'm going to say. Like it is. It's like effortlessly royal looking. It's effortlessly, powerful looking. This is a more subdued look. You have a more subdued look here in that light body. It's, it's really like, I'm getting like, you're like Velma Dinkley, like all the knowledge is there. All of that is there, but there's just a subdued look where it's like, it's not unfashionable or anything. It's just, a meeker look than what this would be. This kind of like effortless royalty kind of thing, you know, like think that thing where it's like you know, I think movies where there's like a queen or a king or something, and they go out for like a day or something, and they're dressed as like, you know, a peasant or whatever. You decide on peasant dress. Yeah, that's your light body. Pile 2. We are going to get into your perfected rainbow body and see what that looks like. So the first card we have out is the 10 of Cups, followed by the Chariot reversed. And then we have the 8 of Swords reversed, which is called Interference in this deck. I hope that says Interference. Yes, Interference. It's reversed. Yeah, so your rainbow body, first off, it's a block remover. This rainbow body can create perfection wherever it goes. It's like you know, it's like so you know how your astral body is royal? You know how the queen can like knight people? It's as if you can just knight people in an instant with your rainbow body. You just like really lift them up to their highest height. No, you actually have all the status and goodness of you now. Boom, 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 boom. Just because I said so. Just because I did the thing. Just because. You know, like you really like step people's game up. You could do it with anyone in your rainbow body. You know, like you can advance someone else when you're working from your rainbow body if you can attain that, you know, like, and these are attainable at times, but the rainbow body is hard to keep up. Again, it's perfection, so it's like it's always something to be reaching for. It's something that kind of can't be held. Just kind of how it works. But yeah, with the Chariot reverse here, you with the Chariot reverse and the 8 of Swords reversed, you remove blocks. You cut down roads. You know, like if people are like, oh, I don't know what path I'm. If people are on a wonky path, you shut that shit down. You show them the way and lead them down the path and get them and remove all the blocks, and you get them there so quickly and instantaneously, damn near. Like that's how your light bodies or your rainbow body is working. Your rainbow body is a strong boy, male or female. They're strong. They feel like a warrior. They feel like a knight themselves or something. I'm seeing like King Arthur, and you can just knight anybody to the round table whenever you feel like, from that rainbow body. You have this like your royalty, but the royalty is King Arthur, where it's like, you know, you get down and do the business and you rule the kingdom. You do both. Like you know, like you're the somebody that can do both. I hope this has been on that whole time. I'm dead serious. That'd be really sad if it wasn't. Anyway, pile 3. This is what I'm seeing for your reading. I hope this reading was good for you. I hope this reading was helpful. I hope this reading was enlightening. I enjoyed reading for you. Thank you for being here. If it resonated, leave a comment. If it did not resonate, also leave a comment. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. That would be great. Thank you. I'd be very grateful. And yeah, I will see you in the next reading, hopefully in the follow-up to this one, which will be describing your shadow body, your chromatic body, and your crystalline body. So yeah, see you, pile 3. Hello, Pile 4. Pile 4, if you chose the smoky quartz crystal, then this will be the reading describing your astral body, then your light body, and your rainbow body. So to go into a little descriptor of what those are again, your astral body is basically the body you're in when you go to sleep. When you go to sleep and you're traveling in the dream world, you're in your astral body. It's a very unconscious process. You just do it. Like half the time you probably can't even see it, you know what I mean, because it's just like your regular body, you're looking out from it. So but you can take some time to look into it and stuff, but we're going to be getting some description here, which is really cool. So we're going to get into the astral body first. What the light body is basically when you start working on yourself, when you start trying to perfect yourself, be better, when you start trying to be better to gain that kind of ascension and goodness for yourself, you start being in your light body. And then your light body or your rainbow body is it's the highest height of your light body. It's the perfected version. It's right there in there. So we're going to get into that right now. The first cards out we have for your astral body are the Queen of Cups, the Magician, and the Knight of Cups. Okay. So what I'm getting for first off, there's a very androgynous feel to this. Yeah, it's kind of like it's a shifting person. It looks how it wants to look when it wants to look that way, but it's like the changes are subtle. It's like like if you're ever looked at your astral body or something, you might notice that yours changes over time, where it's like, and it's in little ways, like you would do in real life or something like that. I changed my hair color. I shaved off the sides or something. I wearing a different type of clothes or something. I was bubbly yesterday and I'm metal today. Stuff like that, where you have a very, very a moving presence, and I think it has to do with an energy like mastery or something, like kind of an energetic mastery going on here, where it's like you can really be whatever you want to be, and how you feel can dictate that. Your astral body is very emotion based. It might be a thing where if you're ever really paying attention to your astral body, taking some time to meditate, think about it, what it looks like right then and there in that moment, then you might notice oh, I was angry today and my astral body had red hair. I was, I was feeling really good, and my astral body just had on this pink fit for some reason, like this whole pink fit, that's what I'm getting. A lot of just moving with emotion. It moves with your emotions. It changes with your emotions. It's your astral body is a lot like a mood ring. It totally does that. It has a mood ring vibe to it, where it can just be what it wants to be, but it's also dictated by how you feel. So that's what I'm getting for your astral body. And that is unconscious. That's maybe the most unconscious thing that could happen. You know what I mean? Is you feel some type of way and then your astral body changes. Yeah. That's what I'm getting for your astral body. We're going to move on to your light body now and see exactly what that, when you begin to work yourself up, work with it, work toward it, what that becomes. So the first card we have out is the Five of Wands, followed by the Emperor. Oh my god. Hold on. Here it is. That's why. Followed by the Emperor again. I have two Emperors. It's double Emperor. Um, okay, what I'm getting for this is like this is similar to pile two. They were very decisive. Like with pile two, it was like if they decide what their astral body is, that's their astral body. End of story, right? But with you, it's much more of first off a struggle. It's a bit more of a struggle with the Five of Wands, but it's like it's there's this domination kind of thing here where it's like oh it's more like this, okay. Because it's not decisive. What it is dominating. It's kind of like it's a weird. I hope you know what this is. You'll probably know what this is. If you don't know what this is, I don't know. But your light body comes off a bit like a dominatrix, a bit like a bit like exactly what a lesser person would need. That right there. It's whatever a lesser person, whatever a lesser entity would need. It can go daddy. Like if you notice that something, someone, some kind of thing needs an energy of daddy, you can go daddy. And it's really like from your astral body, it feels like instead of being controlled by your emotions, it's like you notice someone else's needs. You notice someone else's emotional needs. And that's basically what being daddy is. It's noticing someone's emotional needs and then giving them that. You know, and you give it to them in this way where they really feel like nourished by it, where they really feel like, thank you, I really needed that. Like I didn't know I needed that, but I needed that. You know, like with a double Emperor here, you really like you have this like it's like you put with the Five of Wands too. It's like you put your shit to the side. Your light body is kind of focused when it's working with someone else or with something else for something else. When it's just you, you might just be really emotional. Things just might flow up and down or whatever, and then you'll notice you gain much more focus as a person when there's someone or something to focus on, to be something for, to be something good for, to be something really, really good for, to be something really, really supportive for. When you have something to support, someone to support any of these things, you gain greater focus and your light body starts activating. It's the activation of your light body. It becomes this like, I gotta, I do it for them. Like it's Homer Simpson with the board with Maggie. Do it for her. You know that Maggie board? Look that up if you don't know that Maggie board. Do it for her. That's like you look at that one image and you're like, Homer's daddy? Like I didn't even know. You never get this vibe that Homer's like daddy, but then you're like, right, he does all this stuff. Like yeah. That's your light body. Light body has this energy, has this very, very strong Emperor energy, can support anything, can do anything for anyone, anytime, when it needs. No hassle. It's not even a hassle for you. It's easy. I have decided that you are what's important. You are what needs to be done. I have decided that this is what needs my attention, and so my attention is here. And so all my energy is here. All my power is here. I am not bogged down anymore by emotional ebbs and flows because I'm focused on what I need to do, on what needs to be done. So yeah, that's your light body. Pile four. Let's see the perfected version now. Your rainbow body, which is the perfected version of this. What we have out for that are the Queen of Swords, the Wise One reversed. This is the Hierophant. Boom. This is the Hierophant reversed. And then we have, oh, it's the Queen of Swords again. Another double for you. So, first off, this is like pile 3? I think it was pile 2 again. So you may have been drawn to both pile 2 and pile 4, maybe. Because it's injected now with feminine energy. Their rainbow body was also like, they had a very masculine-based light body, and then the perfected rainbow body was more balanced. It was more gender balanced. It had more feminine energy into it. So you have a similar thing here where you get more feminine energy like injected into you. It's more like it feels like you have to take less action to do what you need to do to reach that emperor status. Your light body might, when you're in your light body, you might notice that you take a lot of physical steps. You do a lot of physical things for people. I'm going to do this for you, and I'm going to do that for you, and I'm going to do that for you. And it's like, that thing where it's like, there are fathers who work for their family, but they never like talk to their family. But they do all the work for them because it's all about them for them. But they never talk to their family. They don't really have conversations, like shit like that. It's similar to this, your light body is similar to that. But with your rainbow body, there's much more communication. Communication is immediately open. You are tapped into deep, deep, deep wisdom, and you can give it out. And you don't come off like with your light body, it might come off like what you say goes. And like it feels like it's for the better for whatever the purpose is, but it feels unapproachable. This is different. Your rainbow body is both approachable and powerful and communicative. It communicates, it says what it's going to do, it tells you the power, and it shows off the power. It does all those things the light body does, but it also is perfect at guiding vocally, getting people to understand. It's better at injecting understanding into the situation, so that there isn't this like why do they do the things they do kind of like air about it that's not there anymore. You as the rainbow body of yourself are much more communicative. There's much more feminine energy involved. There's just a really, really whereas the emperor had like a kind of silent wisdom, that silence just goes away. There's communication. This is why we do what we do. This is why it happens. This is why I did that for you. This is like exactly what I'm about. You really let it out. You really let it all be known. There's no more like internal struggle anymore. The struggle's gone. There's not even a struggle anymore. You don't have to this is so far from your astral body, where your astral body is a slave to its emotions, is that's gone. That's just gone. That's not even a thing. That's you are wise beyond words. You are mentally capable. You are just in a complete, peaceful, easy control. That is your rainbow body. Your rainbow body definitely has much more femininity to it. But that power just stays the same. It's still emperor power. It's still such an amazing strength, such a high strength. Okay. Pile 4. Thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did and it resonated, please leave a comment. If it did not resonate, also leave a comment. Like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. That would be great. Thank you. I hope you'll be here for the companion video to this one. I'm going to make another one where it's kind of going with the it's basically like a different realm. You know, there's light and dark. Those are important dualities to know. But the difference between light and dark, I feel like people have all these weird thoughts around what dark and light is, and they're really scared of dark. I don't know, but dark isn't bad. If in fact dark is closer to Gaia. Anyway, it's much more closer to the Earth. But we'll get into that. I'm going to get into the bodies for that, which starts with your shadow body, and then goes into your chromatic body, and then goes into your crystalline body. That is the highest version of that body. So I'll get into those readings later, and I'll hope you'll be there for them. Anyway, thank you for being here, Pal 4, and I will see you in the next reading. Goodbye.